So I want to give you guys all a heads up on what's going to be going on for the next few months. I should have told you guys this in my previous video, so I kind of want to give you all an update to what's going on with the channel and everything. So I'm going to try to get through this really quick. So between June, July, and August, I will not be uploading as much because I do have a lot of stuff going on during the summer. I am going to be getting a new kitchen, which is going to be kind of cool, but also it's going to make moving throughout the house during the construction process like a living nightmare. So there's that. And I won't be uploading videos during the day because, well, I mean, there's going to be a lot of noise and there's going to be a lot of things going on in my household. And I'm also going to be not available as much during the day because I am going to be doing a little bit of traveling, so I won't be around as much. So I thought I'd give you guys a heads up. I will be available during the nighttime, and that's when I'm pretty much going to upload my videos there. If I find an interesting topic, I do want to try to upload it as soon as possible. But again, I just thought I'd give you guys a heads up on what's going on. So without further delay, let's get on with the topic of today's video. So it seems like I've underestimated the situation with Call of Duty. I literally uploaded this video yesterday talking about how the Call of Duty community is fed up with Activision and how they've been handling the Call of Duty franchise. And it seems like I have underestimated the situation. And it appears like the situation has gotten even worse, especially with the hacker side of the Call of Duty problem going on. I mostly focused on talking about Activision and their poor handling of the franchise in the last video, but I kind of want to focus a little bit more on what's going on with the hacking side of Call of Duty. Like, what is going to happen with Call of Duty in these older titles? What if I want to play an older game here, but I can't do that because hackers are going to ruin it, and this is going to affect all the other older Call of Duties? So if people want to try to play like an older title on, like, let's just say if you want to play Black Ops 2 on the Xbox 360 or the PS3, you can't do that because there are constant hackers and modders throughout the public servers, and it's gotten so bad to the point where if you just play on a public server now, it is running through rampant with hackers, and they will literally shut down your console, upload viruses on there, and it's just pretty much unsafe to play on the older titles, and it's just unplayable. And as a matter of fact, the situation has gotten so bad with the hacking side of Call of Duty. There have been reports that the newer Call of Duties, like Black Ops Cold War and Call of Duty Vanguard, for example, are already going through with the same problem as the older Call of Duties are. Like, people are finding a way to hack the newer Call of Duties, like Black Ops Cold War, for example, and it's just not safe to play. People will be playing in private matches with their friends, playing zombies or custom games, and people will just find a way to interfere with the private matches with your buddies, and they'll kick you and your friend out of that private match, and they'll upload viruses to your console and your PC, depending on what platform you play on, and it's gonna destroy not only your console but your PC if you play on the older titles, because these hackers, if you're trying to play with a friend, will try to interfere with your private match, and they'll upload viruses, they'll kick you out of your sessions, hard crash your consoles or PC, and it's just getting more and more ridiculous at this time. And part of this has to do with Activision not giving a damn of preserving the older titles with better security. I mean, there's even been reports of the same hacking problem going on with the newest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2's reboot of 2022. And Activision hasn't really been doing anything about this. I mean, yeah, back in Call of Duty 2019, they released the anti-ricochet update where the software tries to ban cheaters, but that software update is so piss poor from Activision. Like, hackers have already found a way around it. Like, hackers have already, and cheaters have found a way around the ricochet system. So it's pretty much much useless at this point. The anti-ricochet system, it's already useless, and Activision needs to do a serious update. And at this point, I would argue to say that Activision's security service for the Call of Duty servers are out of date. I would argue to say that their security servers or the security software is already out of date, and Activision needs to take action right now. But they won't do that because they're more focused on monetizing the player base, and they're more focused on trying to nickel and dime people instead of actually trying to listen to what the fans want. But Activision doesn't like that. They don't like to listen to their community. They only want what makes money. And there have been reports that people are already boycotting Modern Warfare 2 until Activision listens to the fans. And I've said this in my previous video too, but I mean, at this point, man, Call of Duty is already at an all-time low. Like, no one's really happy with the state that Call of Duty is in right now. I mean, yeah, you could try to play Warzone and everything, but at the end of the day, even the Warzone aspect of Call of Duty has also been destroyed. Like, who in their right mind wants to play Warzone if it's just going to be ruined with hackers and cheaters or with awful skill-based matchmaking? Like, this just doesn't make the game any fun. Now, I'm going to sound like a crazy person for this, but if Activision is not going to try to update their security software for Call of Duty, like the newest one, Modern Warfare 2, or the older titles like Black Ops 3, for example, and they're going to let hackers and modders destroy the older titles, how are people going to enjoy playing these games with their buddies online? They won't. So, if you think about it realistically, this affects game preservation in a way as well for the Call of Duty side. For example, like I said already, what happens if you want to try to play Black Ops 2 on like your older consoles? You can't do that because it's already riddled with hackers, and they're going to upload viruses and destroy your console and reset your progress. And the only way that we can play Call of Duty safely now is on these fan-made servers like Black Ops 2 Plutonium and Modern Warfare 3 Plutonium, for example. Like, the Plutonium servers made by fans and the XLab servers have already been shut down by Activision because they saw that as a threat, and that really pissed people off because people were trying to preserve and save these older titles on a more secure server like XLabs 2 and SMM 2. But Activision took down XLabs, and people are still pissed off about it. And now the only way we can genuinely play Call of Duty safely now is by going on Plutonium on PC. So, game preservation for Call of Duty is dying. And already, I would argue to say that playing Call of Duty in general now is just simply not safe. And it's been made pretty clear that at this point, Activision does not give a flying fadoodle or a flying fuck about what happens with the state of Call of Duty. If they're gonna give a damn, then the only way to get Activision's attention is don't spend money and do not play the game. Like, I haven't even laid a finger on the newest Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2 2022. I still haven't laid a finger on that game after what Call of Duty Vanguard experience I went through. Like, I just stopped playing Call of Duty outright since then. I only played the older titles, but even with this problem going on, I'm even hesitant to even just play the older titles in Call of Duty now. Like, at this point, like, it's just simply not safe, and it's just not fun to play Call of Duty now if this problem continues to go out of control. And only the fans like us can do something about it. Do you think Activision will actually listen to us? No, of course not. They'll only listen if we give them money. And the only way to get Activision's attention is don't spend money on their games and don't play their games. It's that simple. So, I hate to say it, man, but Call of Duty, it's at more than just an all-time low. It is going down the toilet so quickly. It's gotten to a point where I would argue to say that Call of Duty is dead. Like, the Call of Duty franchise is just dead unless Activision pulls their head out of their ass and actually do something about it. But even then, man, like I still don't find that happening. The day that happens would be the day that pigs fly. Now, before I end off this video, I do want to say if you want a more in depth dive of what's going on with this Call of Duty situation and the hacking problem, I highly recommend you go check out this YouTuber. He goes by the name of Lex Lounge, I think it's how you pronounce it. And he goes more in depth with this hacking problem and how it works. And he has around, I believe, 30 not 30, I'm sorry, God, I can't read. 317K subscribers. If he's making videos like this, I would argue to say that he needs more. Like, he deserves more attention. So, please, go check out Lex Lounge's video. I apologize if I pronounced the name wrong. Go check his video out. The link will be in the description down below. Because, again, he goes more in depth with this problem than I ever would. But all I'm going to say is, man, like, at the end of the day, Call of Duty deserves better, and I want this game to be fun for people. I want this franchise to be fun for people. But if Activision's not going to do anything about the hacking problem in Call of Duty, then, like I said already, Call of Duty is dead, and I don't see any hope of Activision actually giving a damn on fixing the problem. And it looks like Call of Duty is just going to die off, and there's going to be no safe way to play this game. With that being said, thank you guys all for watching and for listening. Let me know what you all think in the comments down below. And until next time, you guys, I'm talking about how the Call of Duty franchise is doomed, and I'll see you all later.